to find about a job vacancy, season 17. So, what do you understand by calling up to find about a job vacancy? See, we need a job and we want to find out whether there is a vacancy in any company or in a school or maybe any kind of restaurant or anything like that. So first we need to impress the employer. What points are needed to impress the employer? To make a good first impression on an employer, it is always better to inquire. See what they are saying. We need to know for what purpose or what is the post we are applying for, and potential employer. Prepare yourself for the call. See, we need to research for what post, is there any vacancy, or what is the company about. We should be good in conversation. Whatever the question, whatever we are asked, we should be practicing what you plan to say. So we have to keep on practicing before calling up. We have to keep on practicing what we are going to say. The next, the other points, let us see. That can. So the English, the way which we speak should be very polite and fluent. So what is a modal verb? We have studied in the other junior classes in English grammar model or auxiliary verbs. These are actually not the main verbs but the helping verbs like is, am, was, were, and many other like shall, will. All these things, should, would, all these things are auxiliary verbs, or we can say modal verbs. Here what does okay, let us say one sentence here. Example, I will get you a shawl from Kashmir. So what the sentence is saying, I think a person that you are going to buy a shawl for him or her from Kashmir. So here get means buy, it is a main verb. But will, what is the meaning of will? Will, if we say will, we know it is a future tense and it is a helping verb. So in this way we come to know that it is a helping verb. What does helping or modal verbs do? It expresses functions such as permission, ability, obligation, prohibition, lack of necessity, advice, possibility, and probability. So these are the things which we, here there are some examples which we are going to know. Let me read it. You must stop when the traffic lights turn red. So this is prohibition, which is telling you to stop. You should see to the doctor. There is an advice, because your friend or maybe someone is saying to you to meet a doctor. There are a lot of tomatoes in the fridge. You need not buy any. So this is lack of necessity. I mean, you don't need to buy. Not required. I mean, this sentence is telling that you are not required to buy tomatoes. When I was younger, I could run fast. So this is the ability in the past. It is saying that you are very strong and you could run very fast when you were young. I might go on holiday to Australia next year. So this is kind of possibility, or like you are planning. There is probability. You might, you may. So these are the things which we learn from modal verbs. So here there are some activity sentence, and I hope you will be able to do by yourself. You have to write here helping verb, or we can say auxiliary verbs, and even in assess yourself it is there. So you should try to do by yourself. Now writing a resume, session 18. What is a resume actually? A resume is the details we can say about yourself. When you are going for job interview, you are asked for a resume. Write a resume. And what you see here are some points are there. I am going to tell you what are the things you need to include in resume, writing your resume. First, contact details. So first you will start with your name, email address, that is email ID, contact phone number, and opening statements. See, what are the opening statements? Opening statements are generally what are the qualifications you have done and what are the experience. Next we'll go for skills and strengths. Now what you are good at, or what you are good at, that is your skills. Technical power. These days everyone, most of the things are running on computer or internet, so you need to have good technical skills, or we can say software skills. At least you should know good, you should be good in Microsoft Office. These are the things, that is technical soft skills, software skills. Personal attributes. Now, what are your personal attributes? Like maybe honesty, reliability, all these things you should write, so that the employer can able or you can do anything, or he can give you any kind of anything. Educational history. There is, you must include anyhow what are the things you have studied. I have said in before, in good way, like in which year, in which year you have passed out, in which school you have gone, all these things, and what percentage you have got. All these things are needed in educational history. Employment history, like if you have done anything, experiences. There is actually employment history is experience, we can say. Testimonial. Now these are the things which are needed in your resume. Now let us know what is connectors and conjunctions. You know that conjunctions is a part of speech, and what are the things what are used in conjunction. Now what is connectors? Connectors join two separate sentences or paragraphs. They usually come at the start of the sentence. Are the kind of words which we use. There is firstly, secondly, thirdly, finally, eventually. All these are the words which are kind of connectors, which we write between the sentence or maybe in the beginning of the sentence. Conjunctions are used to join words. There is and, but, or, etc. These are the words which we will use for writing, or which are used for joining the sentences.